And that ends those 3 verses. Let me talk a little bit from the subject, get up, come alive again. Get up, come alive, what about it? Again. Creation is one singular, infinite action that is forever occurring and reoccurring. Creation is one singular, infinite action. What kind of action? It is an infinite action that is forever occurring and reoccurring. So as we read the Genesis narrative, something about that Genesis narrative gives us the impression that creation ceased on that 7th day. There was no more creating happening, but creation is the ceaseless activity of the Spirit revealing itself in the formed world and in the formless world, in the material world and in the immaterial world, in the seen dimension and in the, unseen dimension. Creation is one singular, infinite action that is forever occurring. And you and I are heirs to this pattern of infinite creative, infinite orchestrating power, so magnificently demonstrated in and through the life and teachings of Jesus the Christ. Jesus comes to us to reveal how, when we have a connection with the Creator, with the sender, we have resurrection power. We have the power to get up when we have been plagued by circumstances. We have the power to come back when we are faced with seeming, everybody say seeming, impossible odds. Anybody here know about a seeming impossible odd? It's seemingly impossible. And I believe it is because we accept it. We accept it because, like the disciples in this passage, even though they walked with Jesus for a minimum of 3 years, taking the master class, sitting in the front row seat, witnessing the miracles, talk to me today. Notice the front row is half full today. Even though they were in great proximity on the physical dimension, they missed who Jesus was on the spiritual level. And this is what happens in this passage when they said, you're going to raise this body up in 46 days, this temple up in 46 days. So they had eyes and they could see not. They had ears and they could, hear not. When we're talking about what we share in common with this resurrected Christ, we share a connection to this great sender. We have a connection with what? The sender. The same one that sent Jesus sent you, sent me. Is that right? Yes. Tell somebody, return to the sender. Go ahead and tell them, return. Our goal is to know how to accelerate the pace by which we return to the sender when we are faced with things that want to hold us back and tear us down and destroy the life force that we have been given, to challenge the purposes for which we have been sent. Jesus kept trying to demonstrate over and over again this connection with the sender. And in understanding this connection with the sender, Jesus understood that the Spirit was always available and accessible. The original Wi-Fi wireless connection, high speed is our connection to the source. Jesus had understanding with this and didn't have too much difficulty getting through. Do you understand what I'm saying? This understanding of this first idea, creation is one singular infinite action that is forever occurring and reoccurring, is a very powerful tool to have because I have access to this idea. Within each one of us, there is a pattern. There is a pattern. This pattern is a threefold pattern that is within us and is within all of creation. And if we can tap into this pattern in ourselves, all of creation will connect with us in this pattern. This threefold pattern is that of generation, degeneration, and regeneration. Say it with me. Come on. Generation, degeneration, regeneration. Once again, generation, degeneration, regeneration. Generation, our beginnings. Degeneration, our breakdowns. Regeneration, our breakthroughs. Have you got it? There is a pattern in our soul, in the soul of you and I, and in the soul of creation, that remembers that creation has never ceased. This is why they write songs like, "Be patient with me. God is not through with me yet." Tell somebody, God is not through with me yet. Huh? Some of But I want to remain in the place, in the space, in the proximity to the source where I can keep being fashioned and refashioned, molded and remolded, constructed and reconstructed by the invisible power that Jesus came to introduce us to. Yes? And so this pattern of generation, our beginnings, our degeneration, our breakdowns, and this regeneration, our capacity to come back, is the entire life of Jesus. Over and over showing people that they had access to this great power. The power of God in you cannot be short-circuited unless, everybody say unless. You short-circuit it. Are you with me? Now, Rev Kev, now you don't know what they told me at said hospital. You don't know what they told me on my job. You don't know what they told me at the bank. You don't know what they told. Do you hear what begins to happen? We begin to, in essence, follow in league with the disciples who said, unless you can show me first, prove it to me, show it to me, then I'll believe. But would it be all right with you, as Dr. Maria Nemeth would say, would it be all right with you if your life got easier? Huh? For some of you, it wouldn't. Some of you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. All of a sudden, you don't have a struggle story and a breakdown story and a sad story. You wouldn't recognize yourself. Would it be all right with you if you could believe it without having to have it proven to you first? And I'm saying to you that this was the secret that Jesus kept on demonstrating in his ministry. And because he understood this secret and was teaching it widely, suddenly, and I want you to hear this. This is the revolutionary part of Jesus' ministry. Suddenly, the elders and the authorities of his day started to be found out as hype. Did you hear what I said? That these hierarchies and these structures and these ways of puffing ourselves up to make ourselves look bigger, better, more important, who knows what I'm talking about? This is what Jesus was fighting with his ministry when he said to the person that was least the least of these, the one that was overlooked, the one that was continuously ignored, laying by the pool for 38 years. You want to get up? Yeah. Well, then get on up. And what did Jesus do? Stood there and counted to 3. 1, 2, 3. And the scripture will then report, and then he picked up his bed. And he just didn't stand there and pick up his bed, because that's what we do sometimes. We have the experience, we have the healing, and then we pick up our sick bed and we walk around and tell everybody how, girl, you wouldn't believe how sick I was. We hold on to the sickness or to the story about our past so that we can seem to have some sense of identity. But every time creation happens in your life, it is to make you new again. Everybody say to me, I'm turning the page. Come on, I'm turning the page. Come on, I'm turning the... This is what creation and recreation is all about. And so as we find ourselves, and we will, especially after moving through the world being shut down and having the experience of this traumatic pandemic that so many are still trying to reposition themselves in life, entire cities being called failed cities, businesses having rolled up their mats and drawn down the shades and locked the doors forever, churches having completely closed their doors and never to reopen. I'm telling you that there is infinite creative power. And if we are willing to be candidates for what God can do, you can get up from there. You guys know I'm a Jesus guy, right? As New Thought and mystical and everything I am a Jesus guy, because I think Jesus had it together, pulled it all together in his human form. He figured the thing out. But he had a way of directing a person past their preset limitation. Someone comes to him with a withered hand, waiting for Jesus to do something with their withered hand. Jesus is speaking, hear me, because I'm going to help us to connect this to ourselves. Jesus is speaking to this power of regeneration that is within all of creation, and that when I can accept it for myself and get in alignment with this idea that there's something in all of creation that wants me to have a comeback, there's something in all of creation conspiring for me to have my highest good and greatest joy, there's something in all of creation waiting for me to have the moment of truth. There's something in all of creation. And so Jesus, recognizing this, would say to someone who had a seeming impossible condition, stretch forth your hand. Stretch forth your, they told me, stretch, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to this regenerating power that I know is the truth of you, not the facts of you. Don't get confused with the facts of your experience. The truth of you is that you're made perfect, whole, and complete, and the very power of God is in you, waiting to rise up, even today. We have to be careful what we get quickly in agreement with. I'm reminded of an episode in my life where my best friend, one of my best friends, I have two, one of my best friends from college and then Revy, let me clarify since he's sitting in the room. Have a visit after church. His wife had been given a short time to live after having a sickness that the doctors really didn't understand, and they told her after many years of this sickness that she was we can't do anything else for her. She's got about 2 weeks to live. And so, knowing my brother like I know him, we're so connected that I could hear the crack in his voice. Now, sometimes you get that phone call and it's, hey, I'm like, I'm on my way. I literally said, I'll be there on the next jet. He says, I need you to come. So I fly to Chicago after a service here, go to the hospital where they are basically saying to him and his wife, there's nothing more we can do for you. You have 2 weeks to live. And they had been married for over a decade, and she had been in this sort of ill state for about 11 years. So they were ready to throw in the towel. So they started arranging hospice care and all of that. But while we were at the hospital, he said, Rev, I want you to pray with me and my wife. So I took him aside away from the bed. I said, what do you want me to pray for? Listen to this. I said, what do you want me to pray for? Because you see, he had been with her all these many years, and he and his family and her family had lived through all of the difficulty of the sickness, you know what I'm saying? And so perhaps he was ready, and they were ready, and she was ready to make the transition. He says, I'm going to ask her. Okay, so he asked her. And she gave an indication saying to him, I want to live. I said, all right. Nothing to God. So we went there and we began to pray. And after we prayed, shortly thereafter, I came home. Waiting for what came next was all I can do, like anybody in their family. Hospice comes in and sets it all up and all the things that they do. Forgetting about this for a moment, I get busy in my life with ministry, and I call back and I say, Berry, how are things going? He said, Rev, she's doing great. I said, what do you mean she's doing great? She's doing great. She was supposed to be gone 2 weeks. Beloveds, that was 5 years ago. She's still alive today. Doing what? Great. Tell somebody, don't confuse me with the facts. Don't confuse me with the facts. Every now and again, we have to do like the master teacher did and speak to the truth of the condition. Look beyond what is appearing before us and then say, on a count of 3, we're going to be done with this foolishness. On a count of 3, I'm giving up this depression story. On a count of 3, I'm laying down my story about how poor and lack of prosperity I should have. On a count of 3, I'm walking out of the grave clothes that I've been wearing. On a count of 3, I am getting up from here. This is what the master teacher is saying. I don't care what you do to this thing, this physical body. I'm more than the physical body. I'm more than the garment of clothes that I'm wearing. I am spirit expressing in form. What are you? Come on, say it with me. I am spirit expressing in form. So when we find ourselves presented with the facts, whatever the facts of those experiences happen to be, and they are real. And I want to recognize something here. I know we have a larger framework in which our lives are lived, and there are laws that have to be changed, and there are wicked forces in the world that have to be challenged and brought down. Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand all of that. But I don't mind working with a few exceptions to the rule. Did you hear what I say? Say it with me, I am an exception to the rule today. I am an exception to the rule today. Yeah, you can choose to be an exception to the rule. Jesus was walking around showing how we can be exceptional in our lives. Not that I'm better than you and that I have more power and access than you, but in this moment I'm choosing my regenerative, my resurrection power, my option to get up. Have you got it? 3 things I want you to remember today as you are faced with getting stuck in the phase of degeneration. Degeneration. You can fill in the blank for what degeneration is for you. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it is chronic illness. Maybe it is a deep, deep sense of loneliness and isolatedness. I don't know what it is that's got you locked in the tomb. But when you're in that place where you are at that phase of degeneration, I got 3 things I want you to do. Number 1, remember who you are. Say with me, I remember who I am. You are made in the spiritual image and likeness of God. Let's take it as an affirmation. They want to say it today. Come on, that's right. Come on. I am made in the spiritual image and likeness of God. Greater is he that is in me than anything in the world. So when you're faced with those set of facts that seems to entomb you, step back and remember, I am made in the image and likeness of God. Creation is ceaseless and infinite creative power is active in me right here and right now. I'm getting tapped in, turned on, and tuned into it right now. I think I just stole something from Abraham Hicks. Is that Esther Hicks? I'll give it back to her right after this service. That's number 1. Remember who you are. Number 2, remember why you're here. Say with me, I remember why I'm here. I remember why I'm here. That's what keeps a lot of us in the tomb. That's what stops us from having our great overcoming and resurrection. We cannot remember why I'm here. I know that I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. So I'm just walking around infinitely in the wilderness. Dizzy on the sea of indecision. Toggling back and forth, can't make up my mind because I forgot why I am here. Here's why you are here. You are here. I am here to be an expression of the infinite. Come on, say, I'm here to be an expression of the infinite. What does that mean? I'm here to powerfully deliver my gifts on the planet. I'm here to powerfully deliver my skills and talents and service on the planet. There is something for me to deliver to the earth that as I deliver the earth, more heaven is anchored here. Are you with me this morning? I've got to remember that. This is the powerful thing about Jesus, irrespective of what was going on. And he was so powerful. You know, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but he was like a holy thug. He told the powers that be in their faces. Huh? Oh, listen, I don't know what you thinking about doing to this thing right here. But on the count of 3, give me 3 days. Tell somebody, give me 3 days. I'm telling everybody to plan get your life in order because COVID-19 happened. Hey, give me 3 days. Tell somebody, give me 3 days. I didn't get a memo from God that it was my time, yeah? Are you hearing me today? Told that to the scribes, the Pharisees, the Caesars, and everybody in between. Why? Because he was aware of his unfailing connection with the source. He wasn't talking in his own ego strength. He was speaking from an awareness that there's something greater that is orchestrating this whole thing. And I am indivisible from it. Are you with me? We're going to remember what? Who you are. Remember why you are. And then remember what he said. I want you to remember what he said. Because every now and again, we need to be connected to something and someone who has walked this walk and knows the road, who is demonstrating a higher level of consciousness. Hook me up with that one. Here's what the master teacher says that is indicative of this whole conversation of resurrection. Be of good cheer, for I have already overcome the world. In other words, if I can do it, and if you are willing to just walk in my name, walk in my nature, walk like I walk. If I say walk over here, you walk right over there. If I ask you to sit right down here, I want you to sit right down there, because I have something that I know for sure. Be of good cheer. At the divinity school, one of the advantages that I have of being at Harvard and studying, and I don't watch the news a whole lot. I'm down to 1% news intake at this point. You know how I know? You know why? Because I came there to get my mind renewed. And so if my same diet is the news feed, then it's possible that there's going to be a cycle of similar reactive behavior. There may not be the same, another version of me that I'm trying to reveal. Here's what I know about so-called bad news. Eventually, somebody's going to bring it to you. Am I telling the truth? So I don't have to even turn it on. I don't have to subscribe. I don't have to renew my subscription to these. Somebody's going to tell it to me. And so at the divinity school, I've been working on self and working on soul and working through a lot. And every now and again, it's brought to my attention that something has happened in the world of effects. And we, in many of our classes, we take time to process that through. Sometimes we'll pray it through and all of that. And the question sometimes comes up, so how are you checking in? And I said in one of my classes, I said, since you all got all the other bases covered, I'm joy-cotting today. Did you hear what I said? I'm doing what? I'm joy-cotting. Since I have the privilege to be in this ivory tower, and some are not available to hold this seat, I'm not going to allow my vibration to be sunk so low that I can't tap into the creative power that will help me to bring a solution to help people be better. Are you hearing me today? I'm joy-cotting. I'm refusing. I don't care how dismal and bad and dark the news is, because it seems to get worse. I'm holding the vibration of peace. I'm holding the vibration of love. I'm holding the vibration of joy in the midst of it. Well, Rev Cab, that doesn't make you too serious a person then. It is the weak-minded that so easily succumb to the world of appearances. It's easy to get into the train of ain't it awful? Here comes Jesus with his good news. Gospel. This good news, this gospel, is there to dispel the myth that there's anything other than the one thing that is always happening, and that is infinite creative power is seeking to express itself most fully in and through us so that heaven can break out in time. The real world is heaven. The real world is love. The real world is joy. Don't believe the hype. Stop believing the hype, people. And the minute you and I can get so full of heaven, then everything that looks like hell is going to start running away from your existence. But if you got so much hell in you, guess what you're going to see at the north and the south and the east and the west and in all of your experiences, everything that you're filled with. So fill yourself with love and you'll attract love to you. Fill yourself with joy and you'll attract joy to you. Fill yourself with harmony and peace of mind and you will start attracting that to you. And then what happens is like will attract like, and where you are, there will be resurrecting power. Where you are, you will start to call the things that be not as though they were. You'll be able to say with Jesus, Lazarus, come forth. I don't know how I'm going to pay this scholarship. Scholarship! Come forth. In some of my classes, I'm sitting with, and I'm not kidding you, billionaire children and children of people who colonized this country. I'm talking about a kind of wealth that it's so much wealth that they're in there repenting. I'm living my life in repentance of the erroneous ways of my forebearers. And I'm here to address and readdress some of the global harms that were happened because my father and grandfathers were industrialists and so forth. You hear me? How did you get here, Rev Kev? As I was speaking to a person who the building is named after her family. How did you get here? I said, like I always get here. I walk by faith. And come on, not by sight. And if there's a scholarship God that wants me to go to Harvard, I'm going to tap into the God of the scholarship. And I'm sitting in the room, table, because there are a few other people who believed in that same God. Are you with me? And we all have an equal stake in what the world becomes. I'm just a little hungrier than the next person. But what we bring back to this world, what we bring back from this experience is our realization that though the master teacher is not with us in the physical, I won't leave you alone. Lo, I will be with you. I'll be with you in the darkness of your fear and your depression. I will be with you in the hospital room. When no family wants to show up, I will be with you. I will be with you when they hand you the pink slip. I will be with you. When your loved one seems to travel from this life to the next life, I will be with you. I will be with you when all men speak ill of you. They have nothing positive to say about you. I will be with you. You have to remember what Jesus understood, that one with God is a majority. I will be with you. Weeping, beloveds, may endure for a night. But if you can remember, on the count of 1 and a 2 and a 3, I might be down, but I'm not out. 1, I remember who I am. 2, I remember why I'm here. 3, I remember what he said. And then I can rise up and get up, pick up my bed and walk and do the greater things that I have been sent here to do. Not just me, but everyone. This is the power that we've been given. Let's take this power. Let's take this power and heal our planet. Let's take this power and rid the world of racism and discrimination. Let's take this power and give women the control back over their bodies. Take this power and change the world. And so it is written, and so I have spoken it, and so you have heard it, and so it is. God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Shower, Jesus, Master Teacher, Jesus, Wisdom of the ages, Jesus. To you we give thanks, to you we give praise, because of your light, my life is now changed. Oh, 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 Jesus, my way shower, Jesus, Master Teacher, Jesus, Wisdom of the ages, Jesus. To you we give thanks, to you we give praise, because of your light, my life is now changed. Oh, 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 Jesus, the one and only Jesus. Your name is Holy Jesus, Wisdom of the ages, Jesus. Yeah.
Keep it going, y'all. Yeah! It's all right. It's all right, Cynthia. It's all right. It's all right, Dr. Christie. It's all right to be happy today. I think I told you today that you have a right to be happy. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to be joyful. You have a right to celebrate. You have a right to give thanks. You're still here. You're still alive. You're here to tell the story. Why don't you rejoice a little bit? Just come on. Come on, Father. So I'm going to show you how we do it at Unity of Sacramento when we get happy. Hands on my shoulders. Come on, let's walk it around a little bit. Come on. Get on the love train. Come on, go with me to this heaven I'm building. Get on this love train. Get on the love train today. Get on the joy train today. Get on the God train today. Get on the health train today. Get on the peace train today. Get on the love train today. Get on the joy train today. Get on the peace train today. God is doing the thing. Get on the health train today. Hey, 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 get on the love train. Come on, get on the peace train today. Hey, 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 hey. All around the world. Come on, Jesus. Get on the Jesus train today. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, get on the love train. Hey, hey. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Hey, hey. Rejoice. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Come on. Everybody stand to your feet. Everybody stand up. Come on, celebrate. Everybody stand to your feet. Come on, the love train.
Because you're still here. After everything that you've been through, God still got you here. So you might as well celebrate. You might as well celebrate. You might as well lift him up. If I be lifted up,
All over the world.
I draw men unto me. Somebody lift him. Somebody lift him. Somebody lift him. If he's done anything for you, you ought to tell somebody. You ought to show some signs. You ought to move a little bit. Don't matter if you're hollering.
Hey, hey, hey,
Don't matter
hey,
if you're
hey.
dying. You ought to show some signs. God has been too good. He's been
Somebody
good
needs
to
a
me.
breakthrough today.
He's been good to you.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey!
Fill it up in here. He's been good to Unity. So we ought to shout about it. We ought to rejoice about it.
Hey, hey, hey.
The one and only.
Some of you right now are worrying about what somebody's going to think about you. Somebody is sitting here worrying in church about looking bad in front of somebody else. But what if you got happy today and it turned your life around? What if you got happy and that was it for the rest of your life? I want you to be glad. I want you to be joyous. I want you to enter the gates with thanksgiving, into the courts with praise. Something wonderful is happening in this place today. Something powerful is happening in this place today. I see healing and miracles taking place in this house today. Abundance is raining down in this house today. Love is breaking out in this house today. I'm taking off the grave clothes today, once and for all. Oh, give thanks. Come on. Just take one more minute. Hey, hey, hey! Now, try to sit down if you can. Try to sit down if you can. Because it's just like fire. Try to sit down if you can. But if it's in your bones, you might. Try to just ease it in your body. Just, yeah. On your way home, you're going to be driving. This is all you on the way home. If you're good at it, you go. Just let something be in your spirit for a while. Huh? Let a little of this joy be in your spirit on the way home. Yes? Come on, give thanks. Give thanks to God. Woo! Give Chakra some more love. Give our expression some more love. All day now. Some of you are going to be standing at the stove. That's that joy in you. The food's gonna taste better tonight. Huh? Gonna put your little night cream on your face tonight when you put your night cream on your face. Come on. That's that joy. The world didn't give it to you. That's that joy that the world can't take away. That's that joy that the song says, through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you all saying, he's at Harvard. We had to bring the Spirit to Harvard. All right, settle it down. You know, Chet had the nerve to break out a Hammond B3 today. You might notice that our rhythm guy, our bassist is not here today. So Chet figured out a way. Come on. So I'm gonna do it all today. Give him some love and appreciation. Look at God. Woo! All right. I know your dinners and Easter eggs and all of that's ready. If you're with us for the first time, this is who we really are. This is the mixed bag of love and joy and celebration and service and commitment to a world that works for everyone that we are at Unity of Sacramento. And you are welcome to be here with us at any time. Give our first-time guests and all of a great big hand. It is that time in our service where we are grateful givers now, an opportunity to bless the spiritual community through our tithes and our love offerings, our joyous gifts in service to this community that love is building. If you would take a moment to prepare your tithe and offering, so many ways that you can give. We're going to show a brief video for ways in which you can give. I believe that's correct, right? I'm taking my cell phone out because I usually give through my Unity of Sacramento app. We have an app that you can download for free. But I invite you to do whatever you are being led to give to this ministry today, knowing that it is a seed into your future. maybe they will get me some hankies with this love offering. I need something, y'all. Somebody help me out. Something cloth, okay? Cloth. The tissue is breaking up over here. Can we play the video for our love offerings? And those of you in the live stream,
visit our website
at
www.unityofsacramento.com. Right there at the top of the front page, you will see a donation button. Click there to visit our safe and secure push pay portal. Another easy way to give is through our Unity of Sacramento app. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet, and on the front page, look toward the bottom of the page for your giving heart, which will also take you to our push pay portal. You can also write us. Send your letters to Unity of Sacramento, 9249 Folsom Boulevard, Sacramento, California, 95826. And of course, you can always make your donation by using Venmo or Cash App, as seen on your screen.
Thank you so much, Revi. Thank you for taking a moment to sow richly into the spiritual community. Will you take however you've come prepared, if you're using an envelope or you're using your phone or however it is, will you just take that in your hand with me and let's bless it? I'm asking everybody's participation in the blessing of the tithe and offerings. And just affirm with me, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses me as the giver, blesses Unity as the receiver, and returns to me blessed and multiplied. Thank you, God. So it is. Amen and amen. Amen. We got one. Look at that. All right. It's a miracle. Look at that. Just whole towel here. Feel like Muhammad Ali today. Ushers, if you will receive the love offerings, I'm going to ask as the offering is being accepted, if you hang in with us, we have some exciting reminders of things going on in our spiritual community, including immediately after this service, we have this wonderful experience called the Coffee Clutch, where we get to sit and review some of the message and get your questions answered and just be together for about 15 minutes. There's wonderful drinks and refreshments here, and we want you to linger just a little bit. And then, of course, congratulate our baptism candidates, our newest members of the church following the service, and those that received christening today. Okay. Who's giving our reminders? Carla? Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad you changed the music, Chet. I might have gotten a little spiritual up here, so. Whew, you guys don't get a chance to see the ushers in the back, but we have fun. What a beautiful day. I see you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I have some wonderful announcements today. Remember this very important date. As he mentioned before, we have many graduations coming up in May, including our own Rev Kev. Yes. So amazing. He graduates on May 25th. In order to give our staff a rest and also allow for time for graduations, to attend graduations and celebrations, we will be closing the campus Memorial Day weekend. Services that Sunday, May 28th, will be recorded and broadcasted so that you may still attend and enjoy via our Facebook and our YouTube pages. Have you been watching or attending Thursday Night Live? Yes. We have had an amazing time. Some of you have heard that we are now in person as well as live streaming on Facebook and YouTube on Thursday nights. That's right. We can now take that deeper dive sitting right here in our sanctuary. Come on over at 7 p.m. every Thursday to get together and receive even more from our Sunday message. Every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Do you have a young person, or are you a young person interested in participating in Young Person's Sunday? It is this last Sunday in April. It'll be April 30th. If you are interested, please let Chet or Redalia know. And please note there will be a rehearsal on April 23rd, right after Sunday service. So please let Chet and Redalia know today if you can, so we can get prepared for that Sunday service. And I would love to remind all the parents that we do have the Dream Zone set up as parents' room during Sunday service. Thank you so much to the Mack family. If you'd like to enjoy the service, but your mini-me might rather have something else in mind, we do have the room in there on the Dream Zone. Feel free to head over whenever you feel at ease. We are live streaming in there as well, so you won't miss a thing. And your little ones can set off some steam and take a nap, read, or find a toy to enjoy. And speaking of our young folks, I see all the beautiful little ones in here today. We do have an Easter egg hunt put on by Deja and Ina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you or little one would like to enjoy the Easter egg hunt, please meet after service in the Dream Zone for the egg extravaganza. I see what you did there, Deb. Parents, you will need to sign in for the event, and more instructions will be given once you get over to the Dream Zone. Our crab feed fundraiser is coming up. Right, on April 21st, the doors will open at 6 p.m. for happy hour. Then we will be entertained by our own Chet, Redalia, and William. Yes. Our choir is also having a dessert auction and sale, and yes, awesome. And we're also having a Raise the Roof and Let There Be Lights pledge drive as well. And we are going to have so much fun. It was amazing when we had our crab feed before. We really had a blast. We want you to make sure that you know that it's all benefiting Unity of Sacramento and our choir. And here's what you want to know if you haven't purchased your tickets. The last day to purchase tickets is next Sunday, April 16th. And here with a special message about the crab feed is our own the Dean Donaldson, Rev Eric.
All right. I know what you're thinking. You want the countdown, right? You want the countdown. Say 1. Say 2. Say 3. Flash sale begins right now. So if you don't have your ticket, today is the day to get your ticket for the crab feed. There are many ways in which you can secure your ticket. There is a QR code right on the screen. You can take your smartphone and place it on the QR code. It will bring you to the location where you can get your flash sale ticket. You can also follow the link that is also up on the screen as well. The flash sale will last until 11:59 p.m. tonight. And so go ahead and go to your bank, go to your mattress, go wherever you need to go to get not just your ticket, but as many tickets for as many friends as you would like to participate in this fantastic after Easter gathering we call the Crab Feed. I hope to see you there.
Are we complete? All right.
I see the ushers have some more tickets, and they have, what are those ushers? Information for the Crab Feed? Okay, if you need more information for the Crab Feed, just see an usher.
And as I recall, we got tables, so you might want to think in terms of who you want at your table. and fill up a table and have a table full of fun at the Crab Feed. It's going to be great. Thank you for all the ways you support. Let's rise up as we prepare to leave tonight. Today is still day. While we're doing that, let's just thank our live streamers for being with us today. We bless you. We hope you had a chance to celebrate with us at home. I know we had a lot of extra things going on today. Normally our church service is about 90 minutes, okay? And so we had a little extra going on. So when you return, we will return to our usual programming, which is about 90 minutes. Next Sunday, you're welcome to be back with us. We leave this place filled with joy as we sing out our closing song, We All Belong. Words are on the screen. We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong. We all belong.
We all belong to the family of God.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong. We all belong to God's infinite love. And together, hand in hand, side by side,
we will
take a stand. We will stand up for love all over the world.
We all belong.
We all belong. We all belong.
We all belong to the family of God. We belong.
The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And together,
with open arms and hands, everywhere we go, we'll take a stand. We will stand up for love
all over the world.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong to the family of God. We belong.
God bless you, and happy Easter, happy resurrection, everyone.